Hi, Karl Dickson here. Just going through the three new law amendments that are coming up for the start of the season. I'm sure many of you are aware of them, but just to run through them. So, number one, you're not allowed to croc roll anymore. There's a great video I'm about to show you by Richie Gray, which just talks about what you're not allowed to do.
So now we're going to look at the croc roll. What is the croc roll? What does it look like? And what are we allowed and not allowed to do? So first of all, we have a jackler coming in over. Perfect, right? Good position. So the croc roll would be this, right? If I stand round this side, player comes in, the arriving player, he needs to destabilise this jackler. He slams down onto the lower back hips area and wraps round tight and then rolls out across this outstretched knee. Right, perfect, man, that's good. All right, so literally, that is the croc roll, and it's now banned and not allowed. Now that would be your twist. That would be a croc roll with a twist, where the player's gone long, but he's slammed down onto the hips, so there's no drive or dive. You know, we always talk about drive, not dive. In this situation here, the player is putting all his weight down onto the hips and lower back of the jackler. He's then wrapping around the waist, low as he can, and he's rolling out over the foot. So let's just see it one more time. We'll just go through it in slow motion. So jackler's in, attempting to lift, in he comes, slams down here, rolls out, and literally falls onto this outstretched knee.
So as you've seen, it's a great video, really insightful from Richie around what you're allowed and what you're not allowed to do around the croc roll. Let's just show you a quick example of something that's going to be outlawed this year. It's a great example from the Ireland-South Africa game, and here it is. So we've discussed the croc roll. What is law number two? Law number two is around free kick at a scrum, and all it means now is the fact that you're not allowed to take another scrum from a free kick. There is obviously the option that if a team is intentionally offending, that there is an option to PK them, so they still can scrum, or obviously two free kicks still lead to a penalty offence. So a team obviously could ask for a scrum from that situation. And then the third law, renowned as the DuPont law. All it means now is players upfield that are in front of the kicker, rather than previous years where they've been able to stand still and hold their ground, they now actively have to retreat. What does that mean? That means they can walk back, run back, jog back, as long as they're moving or making an active movement towards their goal line. This means that obviously it's going to create more space for that attack. So how can a player be put onside? Well, if you're a player behind the person who's kicking the ball, you can run forward and put your team who are in front of you onside by running past them, as long as they're actively retreating. But also, if you are upfield and you are retreating, as soon as that opponent tries to play the ball or he kicks the ball, you are now onside. What it has removed is the player running five or the player passing the ball. So just to recap, we've gone through the three new laws for the upcoming season: the croc roll, the free kick around not allowed to scrum, and then the people in front of kicker must be actively moving backwards to create a more attacking opportunity. Thanks very much for listening. Hopefully I'll get some more videos out in the coming weeks around laws, nuances, and where we can help coaches.